pick up a new set of downs.
On second down now, Compton. And he's free. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Chicago, 64 yards on the ground. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up?
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Royal. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Royal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Royal. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You look at this Bears defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Royal. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
To throw on second down. Royal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun. Royal. Touchdown, Panthers. From 8 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
On first down, Compton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Bears at 12-2 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time. The limit as far as they're concerned, their confidence really soaring. And
brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Bears! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Royal. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Here now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Royal. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Up the middle they go. McLean. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, McLean. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Royal. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Looking to throw. Royal. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There he goes, left side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Royal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Rhodes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Rhodes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Townsend. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Back to throw. Rhodes. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll begin out in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And they have secured that spot in the playoffs, clinching the NFC North Division, in fact. So for the moment, they would be hosting a wild card game in round one.
And I think it is cause for celebration. Let's not get hung up on the fact that only one team now gets a bye in the first round. Win your division, get to the playoffs, celebrate that. And by the way, they are guaranteed a home game. That's a good way to start the playoffs.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Rhodes. He finds his man, complete. It's Townsend, and he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. He finds his man, complete. That's Townsend. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Throwing on first down. Royal. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So 5 yards here. 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Royal. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. McLean. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. McLean. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Royal firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Rhodes. Over the middle, complete. That's Wagner. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Off play action. Rhodes. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Carolina getting set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play. So Mike's number one. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 1st down, Royal. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Rhodes. That is caught inside the 5. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Off the play fake, Rhodes. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Royal, he's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Royal. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
That goes for a gain of 31. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. To throw on second down. Royal. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing on third and long. Royal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. On third down, Compton. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to come here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw on third down, Royal. And my goodness, another interception. Inside the 20. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really going on.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards that time for number 19. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
On 1st and 10, Royal. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bears, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's a special Christmas night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the London Monarchs.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Not enough sense of urgency there. Play clock hits 0, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, I like your point there. Not enough sense of urgency. People walking up to the line of scrimmage, you got to get up there and get set and be ready to go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the playoff in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Up the middle they go. Start. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Well, this defense for the Jags, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
It got his man complete. And touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Monarchs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing on first down. Ebert. He finds his man complete. That's Parks. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down. But you look at this defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Looking to throw on second down. Ebert. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Crockett, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Ebert is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught by Evans. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll run it with Sims. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd down now, it's Stevens. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go, set, 45, right.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Casey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. It feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Okay, right.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Monarchs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Sims. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers on the ground for Sims a week ago. 18 carries, 69 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Off play action. Ebert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football. And touchdown! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Monarchs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it second.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. To throw on second down, Ebert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
3rd and 2. Now they run with Sims. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. London about set to take over on offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to them, some
touchdown. A big play there.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Monarchs continue to pull away here in this first half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get...
This off. Continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 10. Powering his way forward. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Monarchs open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run it again with Sims. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Second down and a yard. Now Bernard. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Operating from the gun, Ebert. He drops it off for Bernard. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now a throw here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
55 seconds to go until halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
2nd and 16.
Back to throw. Ebert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Lindsey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in the capital city of Austin, Texas, where you see the final score there. The Bats are obviously going fishing come January, but they're looking to finish out strong, and they move to 4-11 with a victory there. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Again, here's Bernard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They run with Crockett. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Monarchs have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
A try here for the extra point.
Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game.
They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And to cap it off, a touchdown run of 20 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll run again with Bernard. To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Ebert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on first down. Stevens. They find some open field here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a give right side. Stevens. A pickup of about 3 yards. He's taken down at the 31.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the 1st.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. On 1st down, it's Stevens. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
96 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Monarchs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time. Now a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Certainly no gimme here on the PAT. They're backed up now to a 42-yard extra point try. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence?
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Stevens. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And quickly they get to the line. On 2nd down, it's Stevens. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. He'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
On first down, Stevens. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Monarchs are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man complete. That's Weber. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Ebert. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun on third down, Ebert. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
On second down now, it's Stevens. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Right back to him on first down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Throwing to start the drive. Ebert, he completes it to Evans. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Ebert.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
On first down, Ebert. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Ebert looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ebert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for London, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Tonight on EA Sports. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Gilbert.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
But you look at this defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Here's Gilbert.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
In on 1st and 10. Still going. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 69 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6.